some XYZ who claim to be some special people. He or she, it's we. We make up the consciousness to the ancient knowledge. We got the access from the flower life to the pyramids. Ask your heart what the rhythm is. Time to wake up and shift this world to a better state, a state of love. Now do you feel illuminated? To the universe you are related, like stars shining like the fireflies. A light burns from your inside. Time to wake up and shift this world to a better state, a state of love. Time to wake up, better to this world, the universe will help us change this dimension to a different range. Time to wake up,
That was Shift This World by Psychedelus, and we have her on right now. Welcome to Bring Me to Life Radio.
Thank you so much for having me. It's an honor to be here.
Oh yes, we love your music, so it's great to have you on. I would like to start this interview by asking you about the song that we all just heard, Shift This World. What inspired you to make this song?
So I've been experimenting with a lot of different frequencies and sounds, and this has a little darker feel to it, like the bassy sounds in the starting. So I just felt like experimenting, and then the words and the poem that actually makes up this song just came to me, kind of like channeling. So I just made that. And the rap part, of course, it was kind of inspired by the Illuminati and all that.
Yeah, that's quite a very interesting topic. But one thing that I'm curious about is you're in India. You're living in India, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And is this music that you're creating, is it something that's popular in India?
Yes, kind of. Actually, a lot of people listen to English music. India has been westernized a lot. It's not like actually what people think India is like. It has been westernized a lot, and English is like taught in schools since like the first grade. And I'm also working on a lot of Hindi and Punjabi songs right now. So like the languages that are most spoken in India. So I'm working with like different languages. So like the thing that I have with me is like I speak 3 languages. So it gives me the freedom to like express myself in 3 different languages. So that's awesome.
Do you ever get confused about what language you're trying to talk in?
No, not really. People in India actually, like when we talk normally, so there's this thing called Hinglish. It's like Hindi plus English. So we'll talk some words in like Hindi and some of them will be in English. So it's very normal here.
Very cool. I like that a lot. I don't speak another language, but it's something that I think would be fun to know. What inspires you to kind of create this bassy, psychedelic, rappy music?
I've always actually been enchanted by music. As a kid, I was always seen dancing whenever music would come on. And growing up, I always had my iPod and my earphones with me, and I wouldn't go anywhere without them. And I still do that. I go everywhere with my iPod with me. And I've also been big fan of poetry from a very young age. And so a few years ago, I just felt it in my soul that I had to start creating music, and I started experimenting and creating music. Yes.
Cool. So you do the lyrics and you do the rapping, but do you have anybody else
Yes,
that
yes.
works with you to create this music, or do you do all the mixing and editing and all those things?
Everything right now I do myself. And like I'm working right now with a Punjabi rapper who's like famous in India. So I'm doing something like a collaboration with him that will be on national television and a lot of YouTube channels. So that
Oh,
is something that I'm really excited about.
cool. Well,
And all of
congratulations.
this, thank you so much. And all of this, which is on my SoundCloud profile right now, all of this I've done myself.
Very cool. I like that a lot. And how did you learn to create this music?
I have had the basic understanding of music. Like I used to play the keyboard since a young age, and like learning about the music softwares like FL Studio. I mix with FL Studio, so that actually I learned through YouTube.
Hmm.
That was like the only medium for me to learn.
No, I think YouTube
And yeah,
is a great education program.
yeah, that's true. That's true.
I learned a lot
So
of
much you
stuff.
can learn from YouTube.
Yeah, for sure. I learned a lot about
Yeah.
how to edit things on Premiere Pro, and so I totally
Mhm.
understand where you're coming from. So you
Yes.
talked about YouTube. We talked about YouTube a little bit just there, but I know that you have a YouTube channel where you cover a lot of spiritual topics, and this is
Yes,
something that
yes,
we
I do.
can also hear in your music. Is spirituality something that you've always focused on in your life?
Not really. I did not understand anything about spirituality till probably like 3 years ago or something. Then, probably in 2012, yes, the ending of 2012, I started having these very lucid dreams and like astral projection experiences. So I kind of started searching on the internet, and one thing led to another, and like I got to know a lot of the things that were not taught to us in like the mainstream media. And I was like, why is this happening? Why are people not talking about this? So that's why I felt the need to like start talking about it on YouTube.
Yeah,
And that's how I started finding, yeah, the people that are like me. Yes.
I guess coming from my perspective, where I'm here in the States, at least for me, and I think a lot of other people, we just assume that everybody in India is spiritual. So it's interesting to hear you say that it kind of
Exactly.
started after 2012.
Yes. Yes, that's true. So, spirituality in India is looked at something which older people do. So, even like today in my life, I get a lot of questions like, why are you doing this? And like, what exactly are you doing? Some people think that I'm crazy. So, it's something that is thought of as when you're about to die, you start learning about spirituality because like then you're going to be a spirit. That is how it's looked at. So, yeah.
Very interesting. And what do you hope to accomplish with the music that you're creating now?
So, most of the music that I create, I tune all of my instruments to the frequency of 432 hertz. I think you might have heard about it, that it's like it moves all your water particles that are inside of your body into a sacred geometrical shape. So, like, without people even knowing it, I can heal them. And that was my main motivation to actually create music. That and a lot of poetry that I was writing since a very young age. And of course, when you are a starseed in on this earth at this point of time, you feel the need to like express your heart openly. That's why I started doing it, and that's why I do it.
Very cool. Starseeds is something that we've covered on the radio, and I think a lot of our listeners, kind of resonate with that word. But I know that you also have a social network site for Starseeds. Is that correct?
Yes, yes, that's true.
Yeah.
Psychedelus.com.
Cool. Psychedelus.com. Yeah, and I was looking that up before the interview and was playing around with it, and it's pretty cool that you have that, and it's just nice to have a platform to share with other people who are going through similar things. So I think that's really
Yes,
cool.
exactly. Yes, actually, I am a graphic and UI designer. So I like, as a freelancer, I work as a UI designer. So I create websites for other people. And my brother is a website developer. So we thought of doing this kind of a home project on our own so that we can like contribute that people can talk to each other who feel the same way. That's why we kind of did it.
Cool. We'll check that out at psychedelus.com. Excellent. I just have one more question for you, and then I'll let you go for today. I know it's quite late in India, but I was going to see if you could say, this is Psychedelus, and you're listening to Bring Me to Life Radio.
Okay, this is Psychedelus, and you're listening to Bring Me to Life Radio.
Well, thank you so much for joining us and sharing your music with us. I'm looking forward to having me. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to adding your music into our lineup, and just everything you said is great, and I really appreciate it.
I see the magical skies with burning fireflies of stars sliding the way to another world, I swear. And no one gets me high. It sets my heart on fire. They aren't really so far. I just caught a falling star. The winds flow through the trees that tell me the truth, that they are there in me, they're my soul. I feel whole. I feel whole. I feel whole. I feel whole. Yeah, you're right. Stars are a part of you and me, a part of the birds and the bees and the trees. I see all the galaxies and the seas. It's all a part of the quantum field. The truth is revealed and it's sealed. The love that we feel is the force of connection. Look at me and see your own reflection. It's all your projection. Look at the sky or look in my eyes. You'll see yourself, yeah, you can't deny. Hold my hand and together we'll rise from all the lies that they advertise. It's time to be wise and lie on our backs, giving to the sky so our hearts can crack. The lights will shine through the lights will show you why you came to be. Clearly you'll see. You came here to love and you came here to grow. You came for the highs and you came for the lows. You're much more powerful than they tell you. Creating your life with your mind, that's you. A heart to love and a brain to think. Pulsate love and let the fear shrink. Shout it out loud, we came here to be free. The unified field is the place to be. Particles of love in this huge sea of consciousness. Express yourself. We're all in the game of partnership. Even the aliens chilling in the spaceships. Look in my eyes and let your heart say, it might change my life and take my breath away.